Kevin, you've worked with some of the best players in the world, arguably some of the best golfers to ever play the game. So I'm going to do a thought experiment here. If I was to give you 100 kind of promising juniors for an entire summer, and at the end of it, I was going to ask you, like, which 10 of these 100 juniors have the best chance of kind of making it to the next level and then ultimately potentially to pro? What would you be looking for?
It's interesting. I think there's a lot of different formulas that you see people use to achieve success in golf. And um, every player has kind of their own blueprint about the way they go about that. And so it's being able to recognize that each one of those 100 kids is probably going to be going about it a little bit differently. And they bring different things to the table. Usually what I'm looking for is, or one of the things that I would say anecdotally I've observed is that the people that seem like they have the capacity to kind of move up that chain you're talking about, from going from a junior to a good player to a great player. The first thing is they're hyper intentional. There's no accident that they arrive where they arrive. So, they start with a very clear picture of what it is they're trying to do. It's not like I'm just going to go out and try to, be the best person I can be. I mean, they're very, very clear about, I want to be a top 10 player in the world. I want to be XYZ. I want to be an All-American, whatever that is. They are very specific about their intention. The second thing is they've got one or two character traits or physical traits that are probably two standard deviations off the norm that allow them to do things that the other kids can't do. And for some kids, it's physicality. For some kids, it's grit. For some kids, it's a different, maybe they're an exceptionally good iron player, but it's like two standard deviations off the norm, something that's exceptionally like a superpower, like in the Marvel comics, right?
Yeah.
The third thing that we kind of look for is that they've had some adversity. I don't think it's, watching kids that haven't had any adversity. Golf is so hard that if you hadn't had some adversity and know how to handle failure and know how to, get knocked down your feet and stand back up and dust yourself off and move forward, it's very difficult for kids that haven't had some experience with that to actually kind of move up that chain, because the game is just so diabolically difficult that you're gonna fail a lot, and if you can't handle failure, then you got really no chance.